Hello, Durud and Shalom. We be live.
Welcome, everyone. Today, I know that a lot of people are a little confused about the Memorandum of Understanding being signed between the Islamic Republic of Iran and the United States of America. We're going to clear all that up for you because it's actually not as bad as you think. You guys might be dooming in your heads. We're going to have the real details come out. But right before that, I would like to say that please go ahead and press the subscribe button if you haven't already. I know that 40% of you watching usually do not subscribe, so I was just wondering if you would consider hitting that subscribe button for both of us, Liberty Politics and my channel, Ali Samani. Much appreciated. And with that, let's get in. There might be breaking
Oh,
news that
look at
comes out.
you, professional. You're professional now. Like that's that's good.
Yeah.
That's really good. Okay, okay. You know what?
month
I'm not. I'm starting to learn from you. I don't do these things. That's good. Thank you. This is
1 month
nice.
and a half in, we're all in
Yeah.
here. Um,
Okay. There we go.
we might have breaking news coming out as we're live, so we're always going to be monitoring that, because what we're hearing, other than my cat, is that Meh News, which is Islamic Republic state media, as someone also pointed out in the chat, and Shin has also said this, there are 3 blasts in the Strait of Hormuz. So it seems like, most likely, the Islamic Republic has yet again, for the 4th night in a row, fired upon oil tankers. I don't know why the
What?
United States is letting them do this repeatedly. Donald Trump specifically stated, Armin, the strait is open for business, even before they sign it, right? So then the Islamic Republic has come out and said the strait is closed.
Hmm.
So I don't know why they're still firing at tankers, because it has been confirmed that they fired at tankers, not tonight, but before, in the past couple of nights. And it seems like the United States are just letting it fly.
Who from the Islamic Republic is doing this?
Oh,
Oh,
it would be the IRGC.
okay.
And the
Yes.
IRGC give orders to Hezbollah, and Hezbollah is getting hammered yet again tonight and today.
It's almost as if nothing has changed.
That's really weird because, JD Vance has given a lot of interviews in the past 2 days, and every single time he says this might happen, he says probably. It cannot be stated with 100% certainty. It might. We'll see. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You have to go and just look at the Islamic Republic state media, see what they're saying. They're like, we defeated the United States. They're surrendering to us. And I'm like, and also, this is the Muslim world, guys. What kind of precedent would it be for the United States and Israel, the number one enemies of the Muslim world, to come in, win militarily, then surrender and give $300 billion to the Islamic Republic? What precedent does that set? Do you think that terrorists will start giving up in the future? Or do you think this will embolden them to carry on with more extreme and violent acts?
I mean, they're not. I mean, first of all, we don't. Everything that you're saying regarding what is potentially happening is based on the Islamic Republic's reporting of what's in the MOU. So we have to wait and see what's actually in the MOU.
Exactly. So, guys, you hear a lot of things, a lot of things. Do you know why? Because the Islamic Republic is working overboard or overtime to push this everywhere it can, because their narrative is that we defeated the United States and that they've surrendered to us. I wonder, though, Donald Trump said that on Friday, after they sign, they will release the details of the memorandum. However, more officials, apparently a senior US official in the Trump administration, according to the New York Times, has also said that the MOU details will be released today or tomorrow. So either way, it looks like we're going to have to wait just a little bit. I personally highly doubt that the United States has agreed to what the Islamic Republic is saying the MOU is.
which is actually a good thing, because if the MOU comes out, even any differences from what the MOU is and what the IRGC is saying and what the Islamic Republic media is saying is going to be used by our side to like, the comparison would be really funny. Like, once the MOU comes out, we're going to put the 14 points of the Islamic Republic reported by them, and we're going to put the actual MOU next to it, and we're going to compare it. And every difference, we're going to be making fun of them. Like, oh, you said you're going to have this, but this is what you're getting. This is what you get. This is what you're going to set up at this one, but this is what you're getting instead. So just can't wait to see the MOU at. Okay, somebody's saying, I'm so confused. Do you want to help simplify everything? Like, you know how you do the simplification of everything? So people,
Oh yeah.
People who haven't been following this on detail could follow. Yeah.
So United States big and strong. Islamic Republic skinny kid, not weak. Big strong America, come. Punch weak kid in the mouth, break his teeth. Big strong kid, get on top of weak kid and start breaking all of his bones. Weak kid goes, okay, get off of me, it's enough. People start pulling big strong America kid off the Islamic Republic kid. And Islamic Republic kid goes, well, I won. Everyone see that I won. And is now pushing his talking points to everyone, saying that, yeah, I beat him up. I hit him pretty good, and he's never going to come for me again. He's scared of me. He's also going to pay me money. That guy who beat me up is also going to pay me money. He's never going to look at me again funny. He's going to leave all my friends alone. And yeah, that's it. I won. Everyone knows that I won, right? Right? You guys believe me, right? So that's what happened. So the Islamic Republic has been saying something completely different than what's actual reality. The US is saying, if the Islamic Republic carries out what we want them to do, then they might start getting money, which is crazy, because I can't see the Islamic Republic actually carrying out no funding for their terrorists. Oh, Armin, that's so weird, because Ghani, the commander of the Quds force today, okay, guys, the Quds force of the IRGC is the one that went out, built up Hezbollah, built up Hamas, built up the Houthis, built up the Popular Mobilization Front. And he just said, the leader of that force of the IRGC just said today that we will rebuild Hamas. That is his statement today. So I find it a little strange that the deal says the Islamic Republic has to give up all their funding for their terrorist proxies. But let's just say they do that, okay, then they can start getting money. Which honestly, in that case, I'm down. I'm all for that. I'm fine with that. You want to completely defang them and make them like have nothing and nothing. All these terrorists will leave Iran and they will never come back to suppress the Iranian people because there's nothing in it for them. That's fine. Let's make it an even playing field.
Yeah, so Ghani is Soleimani's replacement. Good, yeah, exactly. Ali, we are as far away from a deal as we have been from the beginning. Do you agree with this? Like, I'm not saying we're always going to be this far, but we have not moved an inch towards.
But yet we've never been closer.
We've never been closer, but we're as far as we have ever been.
So here's what it's achieved. Nothing's changed. Right. The price of oil is going to go down. Ooh. But the Islamic Republic loses all street cred amongst its own supporters. That is what the United States is achieving with this objective. That is their plan.
Yeah, and we have to, guys, and you need to participate in the humiliation of the Islamic Republic rather than attacking President Trump over this. This is your participation. I think this is like the Islamic Republic is weak and underground and bleeding, and attacking President Trump right now is basically helping the Islamic Republic. You need to focus your attention on humiliating the Islamic Republic's defeat right now, that is helpful. Attacking President Trump right now, among us, is benefiting the Islamic Republic. So you are benefiting the Islamic Republic right now if you attack the Islamic Republic.
Just keep in mind that is exactly what they want you to do, as Armin's saying. Just keep that in mind. And if you are so angry that you cannot say anything in support of President Trump at the moment, okay, I understand. I actually understand. But don't say anything against him. Just focus on countering what the Islamic Republic's saying, as you always have. And if you need to take a break for a few days until the MOU comes out, I get it. Armin always says that this is a marathon, which means you keep on running until it's over. You don't sprint and burn out. So please take that advice. If you need to regulate yourself, do it.
Yeah. If you are frustrated, I think it's really important to, I mean, if you want to criticize or express your disappointment, then do that. But don't attack President Trump. Just criticize respectfully, but don't fight against the people who are disagreeing with you right now. Don't cause division among the people who are pro-America, pro-Israel, and anti-Islamic Republic, pro-the Iranian people, pro-Israel, pro-United States. Our camp, even with our disagreements, need to remain united, and you need to be tolerant of hearing people that you disagree with, as long as they're on your side. Don't make sure that your disagreement with their take doesn't cause division right now. We need more division among their camp and less division among our camp.
You know, here's what Fine Stars is saying, and they're completely correct. In fact, you should be giving critique. That is how you improve things. There's a difference, though.
What I said.
Yeah. Well, I completely agree with you. Guys, I just want you to know there's a difference between saying Trump sucks, it's all over, we lost, and saying if the Islamic Republic is allowed to get $300 billion, this would be catastrophic. It would be a huge mistake for Donald Trump. There's a huge difference. That's critique, and that's hatred, and it's not helping anyone. And oh man, Armin, I want to go on X every time I see something on my Instagram feed about someone supporting the Islamic Republic, especially during the World Cup, and they have no idea what's going on. Oh my God, I want to type a paragraph, but is that going to help me? No.
Yeah, and Fine started saying, I wrote that before you said that, Armin. I didn't say it against what you said. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. I'm glad you guys are, guys, I love that you guys are here. And I love that you were critiquing Ali and I. I want to hear your voices, you know. I don't want us to be an echo chamber here. And the fact that you're here and criticizing us makes us better, right? And I hope you see me as your friend and ally on the same fight, even if I'm disagreeing with you.
Yeah, exactly. So what we're going to do here, guys, is we're going to catch up on these super chats because we don't want to get super backed up and then have to go through them all the time. So we're going to go through these four super chats, and then I'm going to give you guys the news of what happened today. So we have gas leaks. We have news about a B-52 bomber that crashed from the United States of America. And we have the World Cup. The Islamic Republic is playing New Zealand today. And as that happens, there's thousands of Iranians that have gone to the stadium so that when people are walking in, they are holding up the Lion and Sun flag outside protesting with Reza Pahlavi's sign as well. They want them to see this. Also, quick side note, most Iranians do not see the Islamic Republic's team as their own. They hope they lose. In fact, most Iranians inside of Iran, other than the regime supporters, hope that their team loses in the World Cup and goes straight back home to the Islamic Republic that they miss so much. So with that said, Leslie became a member Well, thank you, Leslie. Welcome.
Thank you, Liz. Welcome to our group.
And File says, I just saw Elika Labon's new video about the deal and the brain rot in the comments about 300 billion US dollars released and
my
peace
God.
deal. It's insane. There's no peace deal. They're simply trying to agree to try to start the negotiations. So wait. We're almost at the point where we can start talking about the negotiations. Then the Islamic Republic is going to start dragging their feet about talking about nuclear. And then at some point they give up their uranium. And even then they'll start dragging their feet about inspections and getting the uranium out. Oh my God. Guys, we have a long way to go for the Islamic Republic to actually act right to get that 300 billion, which is a myth. Okay.
Yeah, why are these people believing IRGC media outlets? Like, ask them that. Again,
by the way,
we don't know what's in the MOU, and there is no deal. And even if it was a deal, it would be a, it would eventually be a surrender deal as long as the red lines are maintained.
listen,
What
so
peace deal?
so JD Vance is saying, he didn't say 300 billion, he said they might have access to Gulf funded money.
Persian Gulf.
And we don't what?
Persian Gulf.
Sorry, yeah, Persian Gulf Arab countries like Qatar, Emirates, Saudi. So no.
It's a
That's
fund. My understanding is that it's a fund for the region, and nothing is going to be given to them. There would be a fund for that for the whole region, and they might get access to it if they perform, if they basically based on
they
behavior.
do what?
If they don't attack the ships, if they stop supporting terrorists, if we make progress towards releasing the enriched uranium, diluting the enriched uranium. Basically, if we make progress towards ending the Islamic Republic, they might get access to the fund for the region.
And Sarato, who's saying, no money, no MOU, no Mujtaba. People are coming up with their chants. Here, I'm going to go into the Telegram group, and I'm going to start saying that in Farsi. Actually, it wouldn't be the same, but yeah, it's a good idea. Thanks, Sarato. We got Koala Katie saying, the US gave 13 service members. That's not nothing. Yeah, no, that's not nothing at all.
That's not nothing, and that's for the USA. Those men and women gave their lives for the USA. Okay, guys, I know I'm going to say this, and some people I was surprised that some people were upset that I said this. The United States doesn't owe us Iranian people anything. The United States, President Trump is serving the United States of America as he should be. If our goals are mutually aligned and we as Iranians benefit, we should be grateful for that. But we should have no expectations of other countries doing anything for the sake of the Iranian people. The US servicemen and women are there to serve America. In the same way that once Iran is free and we have our Artesh, every single members of our Artesh, of our military, will be there to serve Iran. If serving Iran at times, I mean, often will also be aligned with Israeli goals and American goals, then we celebrate that. But Iranians will serve Iran, Israelis will serve Israel, and Americans will serve America. And you should understand that we as Iranians, if we come out and act like there is an expectation for the Americans to come liberate us, that is insane. The liberation of Iran is Iranian people's responsibility. It's the Iranian people's responsibility. If America, while trying to reach its own, for its own benefit, for its own interest, does things that benefits the Iranian people, all you do is demonstrate gratefulness, and you do not ask for more. You just, if you are trying to, you can advertise the fact that our goals are mutually aligned, but you don't, but that demonstration of our mutual aligned goals and interests should not come with an expectation for other countries to come liberate you. It should not come with that expectation. It's not their responsibility. That's your responsibility. If the Americans help, you fight. If the Americans don't help, you fight. If the Israelis help, you fight. If the Israelis don't help, you fight. If you do get help, you demonstrate gratefulness. If you don't receive help, you try to demonstrate our mutual aligned goals to try to convince people that it makes sense for them to help us. But if they don't help, you do not insult them, you do not attack them, because it's not their job to come liberate us. That is our job. That is our responsibility.
Yeah, and later on at some point during the stream, I'd also like to give my criticisms of President Trump. And notice how I'm saying criticisms.
Yeah. Criticism, guys, there's a difference between expressing your disagreements and being ungrateful and attacking. Criticism comes from love, from trying to advocate for better positions, and there are people you're criticizing. You are doing it for their benefit because you want them to be better.
Yeah.
And it's really unfair to us to say thank God as if we haven't criticized. Like this, saying thank God, as it says that comes with an assumption that this is something new. We have criticized. I've celebrated many things that President Trump has done, and we have also clearly mentioned what we don't like. One of the main things that I don't like about what President Trump has done recently is the way he talks about Bibi. Some people say it's mind games, but even if it's mind games, I don't think it's good to talk about Prime Minister Netanyahu like that. I don't appreciate the language in which President Trump has recently been talking about Prime Minister Netanyahu. I celebrate many things about President Trump and everything he has done recently, especially as an Iranian. We have benefited so much. No president in the history of the United States has done more to damage the Islamic Republic more than President Trump. And we will never forget that. Khamenei is dead. Khamenei is dead. And that's thanks to both President Trump and Prime Minister Netanyahu. We can never forget that. Never forget that.
Yeah, so we will give
but
you.
But at the same time, it's fair to say, yeah, go on.
Sorry, go on. I cut into your.
No, you go ahead.
We will give our criticisms, and then we will also give you guys our praises of him. I would just like to get all my criticisms out there because I have been. I want people to know that I am not just going to, because I love both my country of Iran, not the Islamic Republic, and both my country of the United States, I will criticize them. I want you guys to hear it. Because I keep saying it is patriotic to criticize the United States of America.
So somebody's saying, but President Trump promised us. President Trump promised the Iranian people that help is on the way, and help arrived. President Trump said help is on the way, and help did arrive. President Trump didn't promise you regime change. That is your job. That is our job as Iranians. Help did arrive. Help did arrive in a way that it has never arrived from any other president of the United States.
Yeah, and we'll talk about that too.
Also, Jewish Samantha saying, I really appreciated how safe this space was to disagree. What did it stop being a safe to disagree? It only stopped being a safe place to disagree if you're a sensitive little snowflake that can't handle people telling you that you're wrong. Then it's not safe. If safe means your feelings are not supposed to get hurt, then this has never been a safe space. It should never be a safe space if safe space means that my feelings should not be hurt. Safe is only a safe space in that you are welcome here with your views, even if they are the most garbage views out there. You can still be here and express them, and we're not going to kick you out as long as you're not spamming. In that sense, it's a safe place to be. It's not a safe place in that if you say things that we think is wrong, we're going to not push back. And hopefully, it will never be safe in that aspect, in that way, for us to basically try to worry about not just you being wrong, but also worrying about not getting your feelings hurt while we point out that you're wrong.
And David here is saying there's a new concern being voiced in Israel that Iran will retrieve the enriched uranium under the cover of the 60 days of the MOU. Okay, so the regime is going to go in, use this time to get the uranium. I guarantee you that if they try to get the uranium out, they're going to be hit. Like missiles are going to fly and they're going to get hit. Whoever's going to try to take that out, just that spot will be struck. Promise you that.
Retrieve the enriched. Okay, wait. That is so hard to do, and they're watching that area 24/7. So I don't think you could just be like, oh, let's go get that out. That is like under tons and tons of rubble. Like it's not going to be like a sneaky operation that they could go get that out, right? That's my understanding. Is that your understanding?
Let's just say the US didn't want to hit them. Okay. Israel's 100% going to hit them if they try to do that. 100%. Assuming they even have the technology to bring it out. And at this point, it'd probably just be easier to buy more uranium from like Pakistan or something.
So this is such a disingenuous framing of what I said. It's like, don't be mean to Trump, and upsets us. Inserver, that is so dishonest of you. That is so dishonest. Did I say don't attack Trump because it hurts our feelings? Have you seen the comments that I highlight here at this channel? You think this is about my feelings and Ali's feelings? I had an army, like Inserver, I had an army of people go make deep fake porn of my dead mom and send it not just to me, but my brothers and the rest of my family, of my mom who died from cancer. And those people, I still didn't ban those fuckers, the people who did that to me. The people who take pictures of my mom and then not just to me, went and sent it, like they saw that I'm really difficult to break, so they went and found my family. I had my brothers calling me, crying and telling me to Armin, make this stop. And you think I'm worried about my fucking feelings? I'm telling you, attacking Trump is exactly what the Islamic Republic wants, and I told you that. And you're making it seem like I'm saying it because my feelings, I'm trying to protect my feelings. That is so dishonest. That is such a dishonest framing of what I said.
I had no idea that happened. That's insane.
Oh yeah, that was the whole thing.
Wow. You know, that is a good indicator of just there is no bottom for these people as to how low they would go. There really isn't. Like no matter how low you could possibly imagine, there will always be a lower point. Yeah, I'm so sorry, man.
No, that's okay. That was a while back.
But guys, listen, we will get into the criticism. Okay, we're going to discuss all of that, and then we're going to discuss, or we're going to offer you a way that you could navigate through this. Are people attacking you, being like, hey, you should be grateful, or like, or this and that, and they're saying it in different ways? We're going to tell you how to potentially think about it so that you can navigate this for yourself. We will talk about that. Just get through these first. And Halda saying, Addy, I just blocked them. I've been getting hit a lot on X. I'm not sure why. Well, it seems like you're talking about the Iranian people on X, and it seems like you're probably also frustrated at Trump. And so you're going to get hit by everyone because no one's on the side of the Iranian people except for the US and Israel. And that means the entire rest of the world is against us. And yeah, if you attack Trump, then you'll also get attacked for that. So that's why we're going to tell you guys the difference between criticism and attacking, and what we could do about this. At least what I use to deal with it, because I'm a little frustrated.
Here's the thing. Like, just think about this. Uh, this is the way I think you could judge whether what you're doing is helpful or not. Okay, think about see if people who are pro Islamic Republic, if they saw what you were doing, would it make them happy, or would it make them upset and frustrated? If what you're doing is something that if pro regime people saw, pro Islamic Republic people saw, they will celebrate it, then re-examine if this is the right thing to do. If I have criticism for President Trump, I will basically sandwich it between compliments, right? And that way it could not be used by pro-regime people against us. You know what I mean? I mean, like, President Trump did this, and I'm very grateful. Here's what I think, something that shouldn't have been done, in my opinion. And then I close it off with something else positive as well. This is a way to criticize and put your opinion about something that you think is wrong out there without it being taken advantage of. Again, we're not trying to preserve our feelings, or Ali or President Trump. Trust me, he's not going to see your comment, right? It's about not being taken advantage of by the pro-regime people. So I'm saying so weird, Armin. It's not so weird because it's weird to you because you're not seeing what the pro-regime people are hunting for and what helps their propaganda. Because
Yeah,
guys,
thanks.
what we're doing to them, they're trying to do to us. We're going out and hunting for their desperation, for their infighting, from them crying over the signature. They're trying to do, like, and highlighting them as a way to do our psychological warfare against them. They're trying to do the same thing to us. So don't give them that. And guys, thank you for all the messages of support that you are saying, guys. I appreciate it. Sorry, Ali, go on.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thanks, Hulda. And Boboism saying Trump's priority is protecting the world. Well, his priority is protecting the United States of America, and then its allies, and then the world. That's how it
I
should
mean, the
work.
United States happen to be in the world, so you need to. So to protect the United States, you need to you need to save the whole world from a nuclear death cult, right? So by trying to protect the United States would require you to protect the world. It's aligned. It's pretty much aligned. I mean, at least in this case.
Yeah. Thanks, Boboism. And we have Ida saying, I'm still stuck on how Armin says DMF. I'm sorry.
Dumb
DMF?
motherfucker. Dumb
Oh.
motherfucker. The one that you don't say. She likes it that I say dumb motherfucker. Dumb motherfucker. Is he here? Okay.
I think so. Thanks, Ida.
Thank you,
And
Dan.
Nail Bunny with the 10
Oh,
gifted
thank
Liberty Politics
you.
memberships.
Yes.
What
Nail Bunny, thank you so much for the gift. Also, you always criticize me for not responding to you, and then I message you, and you don't respond to me. But it's okay. It's okay. I forgive you. Thank you, Nail Bunny, for the gifts.
Yeah, thank you. And Ellie Shiva, who says, you mentioned in your group that there were more ways for us to help. If I miss the details, how can I find the info? Thanks for being you. Was that your group or?
Yeah, you
today?
could. I'm not exactly sure what we're referring to, but I mean, you're helping right now by being here, by amplifying your voices, by um, amplifying the voices of Prince Reza Pahlavi, right? So one really important thing that all of you could do is follow Prince Reza Pahlavi, both his main account and his comms account, and um one thing you guys could do is donate on his website Irana Pasmigiri, talking to people about what's actually happening, supporting military operations against the Islamic Republic and whatever pressure you could. Okay, so there's two things, right? Whatever narrative that puts more pressure on the Islamic Republic, and whatever narrative that encourages more support for the Iranian people, any opportunity you could get to spread that wherever you are helps not just the Iranian people, but it helps the whole world, right? The Islamic Republic is the greatest evil, in my opinion, that exists in the world, as of right now. And communicate, like trying to be the voice that encourages both the people in your country and your politicians. Each and every one of you are your own media, right? Each one of you are your own media. So amplifying the voices of Princess of Pahlavi, the voices of the Iranian people, supporting the politicians in your country that are for increased pressure on the Islamic Republic and for more support on the Iranian people. In any way you could do it financially, you could just amplify their voices, you could talk to people, you could participate in protests. Oh, in the discussion group. So you're saying, sorry, I meant in the discussion group. Got another super chat. So, yes, you mentioned in your group that there were more ways for us to help. If I miss the details, how can I find the info? Thanks for being you. Was it me that said that or other people? These are the stuff that I'm saying. You being in the discussion group and adding your voice, that is. Here's what we're trying to do at Liberty Politics. Okay, we're trying to find the voices that are for liberty. And honestly, I think being anti-Islamic Republic right now is the most powerful way to be for liberty, right? So I think being anti-Islamic Republic, being anti-Putin, being anti-CCP, being anti, the Islamic invasion in the West, being anti-communism, being anti-woke left, being anti-woke right, um, these are the greatest forces against liberty right now. So fighting and being pro-American, being pro-Iranian people, being pro-Israeli. These are all the pro-liberty positions. I think the greatest defenders of liberty around the world right now are United States, Ukraine, the Iranian people, Israel, and the greatest barriers to liberty worldwide are the CCP, Putin in Russia, CCP in China, obviously the Islamic Republic, North Korea, all the proxies of the Islamic Republic, the I don't know, the Cuban government, all of these, right? So basically being out there and fighting against, supporting everything that is pro liberty and fighting against everything that is anti liberty moves us in the right direction. And Liberty Politics is trying to help you guys get, even if you don't have a big platform. So, for example, in our discussion group, if you come there and speak, your voice is going to get recorded, it's going to get clipped. Hopefully, our team is going to get better, and we're going to turn Liberty Politics into a place where anybody that is coming and fighting for liberty, we are going to help them get their voices 10 times louder than whatever it was if they were just doing this by themselves. That's the plan. at Liberty Politics. So just being in our discussion group and opening your mic and participating in our discussions, we'll do the rest.
Yeah, thank you. And we have Sadato, says 3 things that don't exist: Islamic Republic reparation money, a mutually agreed MOU, and a living Mujtaba. Yeah, that reparation money, man, for the Persian Gulf states to just give money to their biggest enemy and help it rise up for free. I don't know. Maybe. Let's see. Let's see if the Islamic Republic can carry out everything. Highly doubt it, man. Highly doubt it. We have No Borders, thanks, Sarato, and we have No Border Sports saying, when have we ever known the plan? So no bombs does that mean arms aren't going in by the way of the CIA? The Crown Prince is not called for the final battle yet. Maybe we just need to wait. So they're basically saying that we don't know what's going to happen. We will still continue regardless. And Crown Prince Reza Pahlavi has still not given us the final call. So this is not over.
Yes, this is not over. And one thing I want to say, I mean, I understand the frustrations and not knowing, but this is the way, like, if you are soldiers in the middle of a battlefield, and you have a commander, you have an army commander, as soldiers, we don't go to our army commander and be like, hey, can you actually explain exactly to me what we're going to be doing in the next week, the next month, in the next 2 months, in the next 12 months? You're like, what? No, you're a soldier. You wait for my command, and when the command comes, you do the command. So I think that's what, as soldiers in this battle, we can't know exactly where the plan is going to, like, what the plan is, and we cannot be given a timeline over things. We figure out who the leader is in the battlefield, and we wait for the command, and we do it when it arrives. You know, it's impossible for our commanders to know exactly what the plan will be, because it depends on the situation and it depends on new material reality on the ground, on the battlefield, right? It's going to depend on that. And even if they had a long-term plan, it wouldn't make sense to share it with us, because if they share it with us, they're sharing it with our enemies as well. So it's based on a need-to-know basis. We just wait for the orders to come, and then we do it when the orders arrive.
Absolutely. Well said. And here's Elisheba, who is clarifying, saying sorry in the discussion group. And thanks for clarifying.
I appreciate you guys even asking that, because that means that the fact that you guys are asking that shows how much care you have, your dedication to fighting in this fight. And I'm honored to be by all of your sides in this battle. So thank you for all your dedication and being by our side while we do this.
Thank you so much. And Mushjun says, or gifted 5 memberships to me. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mush.
Thank you. Your name is Mush, but you have a cat in your profile.
And they actually commented on my video earlier this morning. They were like, I can't wait to hear your analysis today. And I can't wait to tell you guys. So again, reminder, we're going to get through the news of today, and then we're going to go back to discussing this. And hopefully by the end, you guys will feel a little bit better. Because I have the same exact problems you guys have. It's not like I don't feel. I really do. And thank you, Mushju. So here's Ida saying, Ali, is it possible for you to put the links in the description of...
I'll do it. I think for Iran Passim getting for donating to Princess Pahlavi.
Yes.
Is that what you're asking for? I have access to all the chats. I'll put it in all the chats. So, guys, that's Princess of Pahlavi's website. Wait, did it come to Ali's chat too? Wait, let me try again.
Yeah. Really appreciate you guys.
It's on the chat. Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Ida. And Sam Shiraz, who says, don't forget to count on the stupidity of the IRGC. Okay. I wanted to tell you this. I wanted to see what you think. During this MOU, this 60-day period, where the Islamic Republic is put on a performance plan, as if you guys perform, if you guys do the things that we told you to, then we'll start lifting the oil sanctions, start maybe giving you some money, start doing this, start removing the blockade. So it's all performance based. Whatever will be in the MOU, which we don't know yet what's in it. Okay. I think that we're going to see more limited strikes, more Strait of Hormuz explosions, maybe even a Israeli response striking the IRGC, because the Hezbollah war is still going on. It's not going to end. And I think that those things could potentially derail, but we'll see the same pattern where Trump will step in and really push for this deal again. The plan might be, as Armin thinks, to push this past the midterms, secure the midterm election, have the Republicans have all their power, and then come back to this. That could be what's going on. So we'll talk about that too.
Just to be clear, I didn't say that's what's happening. I said that's what might be what's happening.
Yes.
Could be what's
could.
Happening. Okay. Because then if it's not the case, people are like, Armin, but you said this is like, I'm just considering it as an option. I'm not saying this is what's happening. Yeah.
Here's the thing. Every time we say something, people think that it is exactly what is going to happen. And we are saying there is no other possibility. This is exactly what's going to happen. But at the same time, people will be like, oh, these guys are smart. So guys, if we're smart, which we always say that, hey, this is one thing that could happen, and then we tell you what the trigger is. So if this happens, then we're probably going down that path. Oh my God. Anyway.
So let me just address this. Like the IRGC, so the IRGC is not, the Islamic Republic is not as stupid as you guys think, but they do behave, they act, their behavior is retarded because they have to appease their retarded base, right? They have a stupid base of support, and they need to keep them. So they do stupid things because they need to keep them, but their calculations is often accurate in what they need to do. So the parts of IRGC that might attack the commercial ships, or if they get Hezbollah to make it impossible for a deal to happen, it's not because they want a deal but they're stupid. It's because that's part of the Islamic Republic that doesn't want a deal, and they're trying to derail a deal, and they want to derail the deal for good reason, because their survival depends on no deal. There are parts of the Islamic Republic that their survival depends on a deal, and there are parts of the Islamic Republic that their survival depends on no deal. So if you see things being at odds within the Islamic Republic, it's because everybody is making decisions based on their own self-interest, and those interests are at odds with each other.
Yeah, thanks, Sam.
Thank you, Sam.
And Ito was clarifying, saying that it was the you don't want to pass me getting link. Yep. The link that Armin mentioned to follow the prints. Yeah.
Yes.
Thanks, Ida.
Oh, the link that Armin mentioned to follow. Oh, so I need to also send you Princess of Pahlavi's account. I mean, it's everywhere. Like, so just search for Princess Reza Pahlavi on X, on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube. So as the first thing that shows up on every platform, when you search for Reza Pahlavi, follow that. In whatever platform you're active in, just make sure you're checking Prince Reza Pahlavi's account.
Yeah, he's also traveling. We'll tell you where he's going and what he's doing. So go here. All right. Thank you, Ida. And we have Sarah, who says, here's some criticism. Armin, get more sleep and stop being so nice. And Addy, get headphones where we can see your ears, goddammit. P.S. Jovicho.
Yeah, get something like this.
Yeah, I did order them. They're actually coming tomorrow. They're arriving tomorrow.
So, guys, I am actually getting 7 hours of sleep every day. I used to get 9, but it's now 7, which is not ideal for somebody like me, but it is not as bad as you guys think. I'm just doing I cut from everything else because I don't want to cut from my sleep. One thing that I cut from, which I'm not happy about, is the number of steps that I take every day. But I've cut from entertainment, I cut from rest, I cut from family time, unfortunately, but I haven't cut from my sleep because I don't want to die, right?
Yeah, or live a shorter life.
Yes.
You guys know there's a direct correlation between the amount of sleep that you get and how long you live? Anyway.
Yeah.
Didn't mean to freak anyone out. Thanks, Sarah. And Nail Bunny saying, sorry, Armin, I'm mulling over what you said.
Oh, okay, good. Well, Neil Bunny, I really, really admire you. And I think it's a tragedy that more people are not hearing your views. So I hope we could fix that.
And Fleshy Interloper, there he is, who's saying, they, IRGC, have not broken ceasefire yet. I mean, according to Trump's definition of a ceasefire, no, they haven't, which is to just hit each other a little bit less. Then they have not. But they're still, I mean, even tonight, they're shooting on oil tankers. The U.S. has intercepted them.
That's crazy.
Yeah, apparently there were sounds of blasts in the Strait of Hormuz. And if we know anything, that means that the Islamic Republic is shooting Shahed drones, and they're getting intercepted over the air.
Here's the problem, okay? President Trump knows that the people who are shooting at ships are not the same people that he's doing a deal with. That's, a lot of people get frustrated with people are getting frustrated with President Trump, like, what are you doing? What else do they need to do for this to be a violation of the ceasefire? But what's happening is the people who he's talking to are against the people who are violating the ceasefire, and President Trump knows that. That's why it makes it complicated.
He knows that they're split. He's playing to that.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Flesh Interloper.
Because the people he's talking to he's gonna kill. Guys, you might be like, oh no, Armin, they're tricking him. They're all in it together. The people who he's talking to, President Trump is gonna kill them. Okay? This is why President Trump knows that he's not being fooled. Because the people he's talking to, if this fails, he's gonna kill them. So that's why he knows that that they are very interested in a deal.
Oh man, yeah.
You don't need to trust. People are like, oh, this is so naive. Why are we trusting the Islamic Republic? You're not trusting them. You're just telling them they're gonna die if this doesn't happen. This is not based on trust.
And if any of you don't believe that, every strike is always going after leadership. They have never not done that. Wyatt, who joined our discussion group today, I got to listen in for a second.
Oh yeah.
Saying we put too much importance on what Trump and Bibi are doing and not enough on what we can do. Maybe we can do a brainstorm in school on what we can do.
Yes.
So if we grow on school, this is Armin's dream. Get to be large enough of a force and to have as many incubators for thought to the point where we can have influence, actual real influence. Do you guys see when Armin went and asked people in Iran to send him videos of themselves saying arm us? Do you see how that got straight to the eyes of President Trump within 48 hours? It did. That is influence. Now imagine having all of these very motivated, capable people all working towards the same exact goal, this specific goal. That's a force.
Yeah.
Thanks, Wyatt.
That's the whole point of the group that we created. We called it a discussion group so that people who don't want to basically start an army and just want to discuss, they feel welcome there as well, right? But the actual intention is for us to turn that into uh, the base of operations for actually doing things. That's the goal.
Yeah, thanks, Wyatt. And Ida is saying, yes, thank you. No, thank you.
Thank you, Ida.
Very appreciated. And Halda saying, no, I was talking about the IRGC. The IRGC are attacking you on X. Or you mean you were attacking the IRGC on X?
Oh wait, you were Halda. If you are being attacked by IRGC on X, you're doing something right.
Yeah.
I will
I'm proud of
screenshots
you.
and keep them. Yeah, I'm proud of you too.
And if you're attacking the IRGC on X, then that is exactly what you should be doing.
Yeah,
right
that's
now.
also great. That's also great as well. Either way, we're proud of you.
And Ida saying, thank you. Thank you, Addy. I knew that about sleep, but thank you for another panic attack. By the way, Armin, you can get a stepper to exercise when you sit down. Oh my god, we should both get like walking treadmills, like stand in place, and we just, as we're streaming, we just
Yeah,
get our
it
steps
just
in.
looks weird on a live
feel like-
show. Like I don't know, what is this? It doesn't look good. Yeah. No, I'm gonna get incline treadmill, and when I'm watching the news, I'm gonna walk on an incline because I need to get more activity during the limited period of time that I have. So I think if my treadmill is inclined, then I would be able to watch my learning, my educational content and my news while I'm on the incline treadmill. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. Thanks, Ida. I didn't mean to give you a
Thank
panic attack, but there's a ton more things that I could tell you like that. Anyway, Amir is saying, Armin, rest
Aw.
more. Not as in sleep, but just don't work.
I don't even know what that is like. But yeah, first of all, Amir, thank you so much. That is so sweet. But I haven't experienced like resting that is not sleeping. I don't know if ever. I don't even know what that is like. I think my mind is too busy to even be able to experience that. Oh no, I can do that.
completely
I
understand
watch
that.
sometimes. No, sometimes. Okay. My rest is watching videos from the YouTube channel from the Daily Dose of Internet. I think it's the most efficient way of watching interesting videos from across the internet. But I consider that also work because I'm trying to become aware of what people are finding interesting. But anyways,
Oh my god,
even my
yeah.
entertainment is kind of work. My entertainment is basically finding interesting videos so that I'm not out of loop completely from the rest of the non-political world.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like I'm monitoring everything all the time, and it's like, I'm like, is this work technically? Like, am I just constantly, trying to, yeah, because I mean, I'm trying to catch up and yeah. Dang. Thanks, Sammy. So concerned for us.
Thank you, Amir. Thank you.
And Ohana Speaks, who's saying, you think that some people in the regime will defect to Russia or China? At what point?
Yeah, if the regime falls.
Then yeah.
I haven't considered China. Some people might go to China, but I think the main destinations are going to be Latin America, Russia for the higher ups. From the people in the middle, it's going to be Iraq, countries like Iraq, Afghanistan, Pakistan, and from the lower tier, people is going to be we're
Europe.
stuck here. No.
It's gonna be the UK.
No. Oh, you know what? Maybe. No, I'm just kidding. But I think for the lowest tier, it's going to be like we're stuck here, where there's nowhere we can go. We're stuck with the people.
Yeah, then they'll vote for Ahmadinejad. It'll still be
They're
a
going to
thorn
be,
in their butt.
if they're not torn to pieces by the people who get their hands on them.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, here we go. Let's start off with Said Ghassanejad talking about this deal. And
Oh.
this is someone who knows perfectly how people feel. Did that rhyme? Anyway. Oh, no. Oh, sorry.
And then click, wait. Click the one that brings me. Oh, there you go.
There it is. Okay, guys. So basically, Saira Sanjay is saying that if you open the strait, that is terrible. It's just going to bring us back to where we were. The only difference would be that we killed thousands of the Basij and the IRGC, that we destroyed a lot of their military and security infrastructure. We dealt them so many severe blows by killing their top leadership. We killed Khamenei. The Gulf and Arab countries literally see the Islamic Republic as an existential threat that they can never come to terms with, and that the economic structure of the Islamic Republic is set for them. It's a ticking time bomb. And they're going to fail automatically at some point. So basically, he's a little bit sarcastic at what people are saying, like doomers. So he's saying, has the Islamic Republic become weaker because of this war? Yes. Has the Lion and Sun revolution become weaker? No. Does the reopening of the Strait of Hormuz solve the Islamic Republic's main issues? No. What does this mean? It means keep going. Keep going. We got help at the end of the day, and we have to keep going.
That's perfect.
This is Said Ghassanejad, the right-hand man of Prince Reza Pahlavi.
And somebody with a lot of criticisms, here and there for,
yes,
the way United States and Israel sometimes do things. So
yes.
if this coming from him makes me feel confident.
Absolutely. And then some of you may be wondering, okay, so this is another expert who oftentimes works with Said Ghassanejad to make articles and come up with data about the oil exports of the Islamic Republic. So basically,
he's from the FDD.
Yes, yeah. This guy, both Behnam Ben Talibu and Said Ghassanejad are geniuses like Armin. He's saying, in February, the Islamic Republic exported over 2 million barrels per day. In May, they exported 64,000. That's a 97% reduction, if you just want to frame a reference. So 97% less exporting of oil. The Islamic Republic got 4 oil tankers through during this blockade. That's it. Then he's saying, okay, if the blockade is lifted, there's still a lot of things that we can do to drive down Iranian oil exports. Not back to where it was, right? They'll still probably rise because of this blockade being lifted. But he wants to remind you guys that in 2019, there were months where Iran exported 100,000 barrels per day. That's that's also like a 95% reduction, okay? So there's a lot of things that you can do. There's economic theory and etc. What are these experts trying to tell you? Both Said Ghassanejad, Behnam Ben Talibu, they're telling you that the fight's not over. It's not just done. No one's lost. In fact, we don't even know what the MOU is yet. Even if the United States and Israel stopped helping us completely, we are still going to keep going.
Go lower. 2022 was lower, but then you have to account for COVID. Okay. In some, trading away the blockade while an anti-American regime remains in place can only be offset by escalating maximum pressure, sanctions, and targeting the financial structure supporting Iran's ability to operate trade funds.
So he wants in exchange for the blockade to be lifted, for the United States to start cracking down on the selling of oil by the Islamic Republic. They have shadow fleets. We know where all of them are by now. If they sell their oil, let's make sure the money doesn't go back to the Islamic Republic. That's what he would like to see.
True. However, I think the priority should be President Trump. Everything that we're saying here should be done after President Trump attempts to get the enriched uranium out using a deal. I think like the priority should be just removing this card that the Islamic Republic has from their hand. And then after that, you could just go all out and do whatever. Right? In a way. Because you can't take the enriched uranium out with military force. So do whatever trickery, manipulation, MOU, deal, mind games, whatever you need to do to get that goddamn nuclear dust out of there. And then once they don't have that, then there's nothing that can stop you anymore. That's the only thing that can't be removed with military operations. Everything else has a military solution. I mean, at least from the US and Israeli side, except this one. So that's why President Trump needs to work on this so-called deal. They need to try to do that. And then after that, you go all out. Get the dust out. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And here's one thing that the Islamic Republic is saying that they're going to do in particular. They're basically saying they're like, okay, hey, 60 days ceasefire or 60 days for the MOU. Okay. But after the 60 days is over, which is what they're saying here in this, after the 60 days is over, we're going to start charging service fees. And they say the service fees are because you need navigation services and coordination and security. And it might end up being $2 million. So it's probably not any. It's a toll. It's a toll. They're going to charge a toll. They're just calling it something else. But they're saying for 60 days we won't. Then we'll start doing it with Oman.
So you know what I think might have happened here with regards to the 60 days? Because I saw that. So guys, the Americans are saying there's not going to be any toll. The Islamic Republic first came out and said there will be a toll. And then Arakchi came out and said, we can't have tolls because it's a natural waterway. It's not like a canal that we built. But we're going to do a service fee, but not a toll. And a lot of people within the regime hated that he said that, right? And then now what they're saying, Ali, look how sneaky these fuckers are, right?
Yeah.
The regime media is, right? They're saying, okay, guys, the MOU is for 60 days there will not be a toll, and then after 60 days there will be a toll. Do you know what they're trying to do?
Because they want the US Navy to lift the blockade and go home at the end of the 60 days. And then they're saying, okay, after the 60 days, then we'll charge the toll. But I think you were going to say something different.
No, I'm saying that this is managing the expectations of the pro-regime people. Because I think these people know that they're not going to be able to collect a toll. You know why? The MOU cannot have. This is a lie. They're saying that in the MOU, there's an agreement for the Islamic Republic to collect a toll after 60 days. Do you know how I know that cannot be in the MOU? Because it is not up to the US. This is a global thing. The Strait of Hormuz is not owned by the United States for the United States to be able to give that right to the Islamic Republic. This is an international waterway. The United States couldn't even. The United States would be violating international law if we're like, hey, okay, I'm going to give you that in this MOU. The rest of the world are like, what the fuck? Like, what are you talking about? This is not even yours to give to the Islamic Republic. This is it. Okay, so that is not in the MOU. But the reason why they're writing that is because they're just the Islamic Republic is trying to buy time, not with the United States, but with their followers. They're like, holy shit, how do we? This is what the Islamic Republic is saying. The Islamic Republic, like, oh my God, what the fuck do we do once these people realize that we're not going to be collecting a toll? They're going to like, guys, there's not going to be a toll for the first 60 days, but then we're going to have a toll. And people, and then you might ask me, like, okay, Armin, what are they going to do when after the 60 days? They're going to figure that out later. They're just trying to buy time. This proves that the Islamic Republic is terrified of its own followers because they're just trying to delay the outrage. They're like, guys, we agree with the Americans that we're not going to have a toll for 60 days. So they're just trying to manage the outrage of the regime supporters. That's what this is.
It's easier to ask for forgiveness than for permission.
I don't think they need to ask for forgiveness because I think the Islamic Republic is thinking this whole thing is going to go to shit within 60 days anyways.
Oh yeah.
Like this is going to be there. Like we're going to have bigger problems to have to deal with in 60 days. So...
I just think it's so funny at how stupid they think the US is. They think the US are idiots because they literally are saying, hey, you guys need to remove the blockade and pack up your troops and go home within the 60 days. Oh, by the way, after the 60 days, we're gonna charge tolls. It's like, oh, you're just gonna wait for them to go home and you're gonna charge tolls?
But Ali, they don't think the United States is stupid. Okay, they think their followers are stupid. Like this is not for the Americans. Okay, the audience for this is not the Americans. The audience for this is their own retarded fan base, which they are correct to think that they're idiots. I mean, half of them at least, yeah.
They are idiots, but here's the thing: they're slowly waking up. Slowly. Yes. And you know, guys, a lot of people in Iran have not liked this. What's been happening over the past couple of days, and actually, they've been setting fire to quite some things. I think there was 3 gas leaks, which we call, the Immortal Guard or Mossad or someone setting fire to IRGC-linked shops, stores, buildings, assassinations. They do all sorts of things. And there's been 3 today. So we had, a couple here.
Ali, they keep saying these are gas leaks. I lived in Iran for 20 years.
No gas
21
leaks.
years.
Yeah.
I haven't, I promise you guys, people are like, oh, it might be gas leaks. It's a third world country. This must happen all the time. Not a fucking single time did I see something like this in 21 years of living in Iran. Not a single fucking time I've saw anything like that happen.
Yeah. I actually saw someone on Islamic Republic State Media, and I couldn't record it, but they were trying to justify it. And they were like, well, Tehran sits on a fault line. And, the earth under the city moves, and it moves the pipes, and the pipes break. And then I was like, but how do they ignite? Like, what do you, if they broke, people would know.
And why is it only happening ever since, I don't know, the 12-day war? Why wasn't this happening before?
It's so bad. Moving up the list here of things I want to share with you guys. Graph. Okay.
Ooh, pretty.
What this graph means is basically we destroyed pretty much all of the centrifuges that the Islamic Republic has, and they can't even enrich uranium anymore. We hit 22,000 centrifuges. They're disabled. So they're going to have to rebuild their nuclear program from scratch. And this is FDD. This is a credible source. So basically, and then they also finished their report off by saying that we would like the IAEA to go and verify, which, screw the IAEA. What have they ever done here? But yeah, another graph here. This is what the traffic of the Strait of Hormuz used to look like. And then we can see when the blockade came into effect, that traffic trickled down. So even with the United States sneakily escorting ships through, You can see that there's like tiny little spikes all the way down there on the right side, and that was it. So, by the way, the Trump administration is saying that during this 60-day period, which they're saying the Strait of Hormuz is going to be completely open and free. Do you know how many ships they're saying they're trying to get through per day? 20 to 30. Now that's that's just words. Let's see what happens. But 20 to 30 means that this graph is going to stay at the bottom right there. It's not going to go up at all. You're actually going to come down to about here. So where the biggest spike on that bottom right is, you're going to go up to there. That's going to be the new baseline, apparently. I don't know. It just, nothing here is really making sense. So this is why we have to wait and see. This, I don't know. It's so much ridiculousness. So yeah, exactly. Saïra Sainejad here with some criticism saying, all right, you guys are saying that the MOU signed. You're saying that Vance literally signed it digitally. Ghalibaf signed it digitally. Why is the strait not open? If you guys signed it, why is it not open? And also, if you signed it, where is it? I can't read it. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, they said they're going to give it. They release it after the ceremonial signing on Friday, right?
Yeah, and I also heard that they're going to sign it or release it today or tomorrow as well. So anywhere between now and then.
Okay. My God, I can't wait for the ceremonial signing. I want to see a picture of Ghalibaf. Do you think we're going to get a picture of Ghalibaf and JD Vance in one frame?
I think so.
Oh my God. I don't know if we're going to get that, but if we get that, that would be glorious because that would. Can't wait to see the outrage from the regime supporters if that happens.
Yeah.
You met with the murderer of our supreme leader. Shame. Yeah, guys. So apparently there's a signing ceremony which the Arakchi Ghalibaf team was really trying to avoid. They were trying to only sign it digitally because they don't want the humiliation of going out and signing an agreement. Because from the regime supporters will see that you actually went and met and signed an agreement with the people who killed our supreme leader. So the Islamic Republic was really, really trying to avoid the signing ceremony, but I don't know why the Americans apparently are insisting that no, you get your ass fucking here and you're gonna sign this here. Right? So hopefully,
guys,
hopefully we'll see.
You reminded me of something. Yeah, hopefully we do. But also, okay, this MOU, this plan. Should we smile? This plan.
No, the reason why he says that he's saying Ghalibaf is next to JD Vance, like smile for the camera, because that picture is going to be worth billions of dollars.
Look, this plan is actually being pushed to be a Vance plan. They're trying to call it the Vance plan. So Trump is actually the reason why he's sending Vance over to sign it in person is because he wants this in case it blows up, which Trump thinks it will, because he's not trying to take credit for it. He wants Vance to take credit for this plan. So it's interesting, right? He wants Vance to take credit for it so that if it blows up, it's also Vance's fault, not his. Which, I mean, he's going to get blamed no matter what. But anyway, look here. I mean, I want to show you.
You really think so? You think so? I don't know if President. You think he's throwing JD Vance under the bus? Like,
I don't think he's throwing him under the bus. I think he just wants Vance to be like, Vance was trying to get out of this for a while. He was trying to be like, oh, I'm more like domestic issues for a bit, and he's trying to be silent. And Trump is kind of throwing him back in the fray by like forcing him to be part of the negotiations. Another thing is Marco Rubio has not said a word about this, which I personally think his silence is his disapproval.
Really? You think so?
I think so. And speaking of the Islamic Republic, all right.
What about
So
I've heard that President Trump might go and get to the signing ceremony. Did you hear
yeah,
that?
he's saying that he might go. He said either me or JD.
If President Trump goes and Ghalibaf is there and take a picture on Ghalibaf and President Trump together for the signature, I don't know if Ghalibaf can go back to Iran. Oh my god.
Yeah,
It's like, can I stay here? Can I file can I file for an asylum? I'm in danger. Oh
yeah.
my god.
Um,
Oh no. Oh my god.
yeah, especially since he's endorsed by Mojtaba, right?
Ooh.
So like,
Mushtaba is
I'm
gonna
not,
oh, what is this? Oh,
I'm not saying like, this
oh,
is
this
kind
is
of
so good.
Mojtaba
Oh,
wakes up. He's like, "Did we win?"
oh, that's
And
so good.
Glybov doesn't say a word. He just unplugs the life
Oh,
support. He's like, "You know what? Me and you, we're done for. It's better you don't even know what happened in the past 4 months."
oh, that's so good. Send me that. That is so good. This is so fitting. This is so perfect. I love it. Oh my god. Oh
Okay,
my
so listen
god.
to
This is
this.
so good. Yeah.
So it looks like
Send me that.
I will. And apparently, a source close to the IRGC is saying that there's growing satisfaction inside of the IRGC over the deal. Okay. And the reasoning is, and obviously, this is a source close to the IRGC. Okay. Of course, they're going to say there's growing satisfaction, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
It's IRGC says we have information that IRGC happy. Okay.
yeah. So apparently, they're saying that Ahmad Vahidi is saying, first, we take the money. Okay. Which is why the Islamic Republic is trying to push for the release of the funds first before they do anything. So they're thinking, the IGC is thinking, okay, we take the money first, all of it, and then we not only take over the Strait of Hormuz, as in we have tolls, but the Houthis then take the Bab el Mandeb.
Oh yeah, okay.
And then
Okay.
they're also saying that, yes, we kept our missile program intact. We're totally fine. All of our terrorist proxies are fine. They're all intact. And we're going to make hundreds of billions of dollars off the Strait of Hormuz tolls. So
The money is dependent on behavior though. Like, what do you mean we will first take the money? First you have to do something. I mean, I don't know if this is, we have to see the MOU, but
no, Armin,
nothing
it's
is going to
over.
be
We
released.
lost.
Oh, we lost. Okay, no,
We lost.
and Ali, my question is that all of this time, if these fuckers could close bubble Manda, why have they why haven't they done it already? We're like, oh guys, let's do this, and then we will close the bubble Manda. I'm so, every time people say like, oh, they're gonna close the bubble Manda, I want to ask, why haven't they done that already? You're telling me all of this time they could have done it, and they haven't done it. What are they waiting for? Is it,
At
you
this
know what
point,
it reminds me of? Have you seen the movie the movie Bunker with Hitler? I don't know. Like he's like moving imaginary forces in his final day, and like then this army will come, and then that army will come. We were like that doesn't exist. Or like no, but then will come from here. Like I feel like the Islamic Republic is getting to that stage of denial.
oh yeah,
I mean, if this is
that
true.
that river in Egypt. So listen, Crown Prince Reza Pahlavi, he's going to London.
Ooh.
He's going to London tomorrow, and basically, the Parliament of the United Kingdom is going to sign this or have a debate about national security on Wednesday, which is 2 days from now. Prince Reza Pahlavi is going there tomorrow, and he's going to talk to them about national security. So we can take a guess here as what he's going to say. He's going to say, you guys are
Ooh.
the only country that hasn't designated the IRGC as a terrorist organization. That is
So
not good for
fancy.
your national security. 100% going to say that. And then he's also going to tell
Ah.
them, I talked with your members of parliament 40 years ago, and I was warning you guys about the threats of Islam, about extremism Islam coming to Europe, and you didn't listen to me. Listen to me now.
Is this the first Islamic country Princess
Oh,
Pahlavi
yeah.
has been traveling to?
Yes.
Oh my god. Historical event.
Londonistan. So yeah. Also, did you hear about the B-52 bomber that blew up today?
They shut it down again?
No, so it was taking off, I think, from a base in the United Kingdom. And, well, shortly after it took off, oh, no, sorry, California.
Wait, what?
After, yeah, so it took off.
Wait, can I see the caption?
Yeah. Large, the B-52
Oh,
Stratofortress
B-52. I had a heart
crashes
attack. I thought you
near
said
Edward.
B2.
No,
Okay,
B-52.
okay.
Yeah. These are massive planes. And it
Oh my
basically tried to
God! You know
take
what's
off.
gonna happen? The Islamic Republic is gonna say it was us. Oh no! Oh no! The Islamic Republic is gonna say this was us.
Oh man, I feel like that's a step too far right when they're about to sign. But I mean, hopefully.
Oh my God!
So yeah, this thing blew up completely.
Anybody hurt?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah.
Injured or dead?
Well, there's 8 crew members, and that's what the
Oh
remains look
shit!
like. So yeah, or 9. I guess there were 9. People are saying 9,
Wait,
5.
really?
Usually they're manned by 8-man crews, and
Fucking hell!
they haven't released the info. Which, by the way, if a service member is passes away, they don't release any info on that within 24 hours. So it seems like these 8 people, unfortunately, may have lost their lives.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What
So this
the-
was in California.
Jesus.
Yeah. So I'm going to show you guys 2 quick things back to back. We have the Shah. Okay. And he says,
Very good. Sorry,
he says,
this one that sorry for your loss, Americans. Of course. So sorry. But yeah, go on. Sorry.
so basically he's saying that any deal with this regime will fail. This guy knows the regime better than anyone outside of Iran. He's making this statement. We are all followers of him. I completely believe him. I would have thought this regardless. And so I want to bring you guys to the attention of a legendary post that is many years old now. A post that was retweeted by by Elon Musk and liked. Let's play this.
I'm a political refugee from Iran. I'm a political refugee from Iran. I've been to prison. I've been under Islamic law, and I know how it starts and I know how it ends. And it always starts with for some reason, unity of left and Islamists, and it scares me. So I came here to be free. I chose Canada as my second home to live in a free country. And I'm beginning to get really scared because the way things are going, it looks like they're going to basically appease Islamists just to not raise any ruckus or something. They're just going to appease them step by step, and they're not going to stop. They see it as a sign of weakness, so they're going to take more and more, and I'm against that.
How many years ago was this?
This one I 6, 7, 8, could be 15. I don't know. This is a while ago. Yeah, this is a long time ago. And he was right.
Yeah.
The left and the Islamists. It's happening today.
You know who first warned the whole world about disunity?
Who?
Mohammad Reza Shah more than 50 years ago.
Oh yeah. And he
50
warned about the
years ago.
Palestinians.
Yeah, 50 years ago, before anybody understood what the left and Islam alliance is. He came out and said the unholy alliance of the red black alliance. Yeah. Shah, yeah.
Yeah.
The world
So
didn't take him seriously then. They had no idea what he even was talking about. And now everybody knows what he's talking about. 50 years ago, like everything that is happening in the UK, in France, in Germany, Sweden, Canada, United States, he talked about it 50 years ago.
quick
Should we go
recap,
to
guys.
okay.
Oh yeah, we should. Quick recap. There were explosions in the Strait of Hormuz tonight. Meh News said, yes, there are explosions, most likely related to strait management activities. Take a wild guess as to what that could possibly mean. Strait management. Were they shooting at oil tankers that didn't coordinate with the IRGC? Yes. Were the blasts the sound of the United States Navy intercepting these Shahed drones? Also, yes. Is the deal still going to be signed? Somehow, also, yes, I think. So here we go. From Kessler, says, from Johanna, is there any update from the oil spill from a couple of weeks ago? Thank you, and hang in there. God bless you both. Thank you. I'm going to burst your bubble. Not only was there the oil spill over like a month ago from Karg Island, that oil spill washed up on pretty much exactly the marine animal wildlife reserve
Ooh.
of Saudi and Kuwait, or sorry, not Kuwait, Saudi and the Emirates and Qatar. So that happened. Also, every single ship that has been targeted by the United States Navy is leaking oil. They get hit in the engine room, and that oil starts leaking from their fuselage straight into the Gulf for days and weeks. So yeah, sorry to burst your bubble there.
Oh my
That's
god.
the update.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's satellite images. If you take a look at the oil tankers that have been hit, yeah, there's just a trail of oil from those ships. First of all, they're not moving anymore, but the water around them is, so it's easy to see that oil just drifting off over the course of days. And Fleshy Interloper saying, how long to clear tankers? Only the Islamic Republic moving ships now. Not true, because if they were the only ones, they wouldn't be shooting Shahed drones. But how long? Oh man, here's the thing, right? President Trump or the Islamic Republic can declare the strait open as much as they'd like. The only ones who will decide whether the strait is actually open is not Trump or anyone. It is the private sector. It is those ship owners and those companies who will determine if the risk is enough to take to start crossing the Strait of Hormuz. That is it. And thanks, Flesh Interloper.
Thank you.
And Wyatt, what if we hired a flying ad company to fly around the football stadium while the Iranian team plays with a message that reads "Free Iran"? It would make the news, maybe globally. It could go viral.
Ooh.
It's a great idea.
That's a great idea. Yeah.
A little too late, but it's a great idea.
It would need to have Princess Pahlavi's picture on there as well, and also the lion and sun.
Yes. Yeah, maybe instead of free
Also,
Iran,
instead of free run, I think it should be army run.
yeah, or Javid Shah. Yeah.
No, army run, because the message free run, we got that out there. We need to, because if say free run, we're like, well, how? So I think
All right, guys, bring in the super chats. We have 2 hours until the Iran-New Zealand game. Let's go.
Imagine arm Iran. Yeah.
I mean, there's more games. Maybe someone will do something. But that's an excellent idea. Thanks, Wyatt. And Fleshy Interloper saying, is the U.S. still enforcing the blockade? Yes, they are. But they're saying after the Islamic Republic after the Islamic Republic does what they're supposed to do, then it's lifted. But let's look at the memorandum of understanding when it comes out.
Yeah, we haven't seen that yet. There's no signature. We haven't even had the signing ceremony.
We haven't even seen the digital signature. They're like, yeah, we signed it digitally.
Yeah, we
Okay,
haven't seen-
then show us.
guys, the day that we see the text of the MOU, like the all social media is going to be like, there's going to be a tsunami of analysis. People are going to go line by line, word by word. There's going to be analysis on it, like everywhere.
Yeah, thanks, Flesh Interloper. And Roman Viking saying, which impact has the reopening of the ports? I'm not sure what you mean.
I think he means, what is the impact of the reopening of the ports? That's what he means.
Of Iran's ports, well, they can start getting in more goods, essential goods. Then they can start selling their oil. Karg Island's oil flow is not going to explode anymore because they can actually start loading up ships. They start making money. Yeah.
They're gonna. Well, I mean, the main impact, if the blockade is going to be in response to the Strait of Hormuz opening, okay, the main impact that we have to be pushing for is the pro-regime people knowing that they have been betrayed by the regime, because they have been insisting on not opening the Strait of Hormuz and punishing the world for killing the supreme leader, right? So if hopefully the Americans will not remove the blockade until the Strait of Hormuz is actually opened by the Islamic Republic, hopefully. And if they don't, there's fair criticism there, right? And if we actually get confirmation that the Islamic Republic has officially let go of the Strait of Hormuz, then we need to, especially on the Iranian side, in Persian, we need to do maximum damage by humiliating the Islamic Republic and causing maximum disappointment and loss of faith from the regime supporters regarding the fact that they didn't want the regime to open the Strait of Hormuz, and they did. That's the most important thing that we could do, especially Iranians on social media.
Yeah, and after we read this last super chat here, or this last two ones, Nifty, Sadato kindly pointed out that Nifty has come out with a statement about the MOU. So we'll take a look at what they say.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And Saber Coaching saying that Vance was pushing for a deal before Islamabad. Yeah, and he's still pushing for it now. He's come out with multiple interviews, and he's heavily pushing it. That's all he's talking about. And yeah, people are making memes about him again. They're putting him in IRGC uniforms, and yep. Anyway,
which is not helpful, I think, right now. Yeah. I mean, I have my criticisms for Vance right now, but I think that we shouldn't. We'll keep the criticisms, but I think the attacks is now not helpful.
Yeah. Thanks, Saber. And Hamid is saying, you're always making excuses for Trump's betrayal. This is what's happened. US just can't accept a strong Iran. So that's why they negotiate with the FN IRGC. The United States saved IRGC from revolution.
Why wouldn't the United States want a strong Iran? A strong Iran that is an ally of the United States would benefit United States. Why wouldn't they not want that? It would be a win-win for them. In fact, it's completely in line with United States' interest to have a strong Iran that is an ally of the West, especially now with the Dundro Doctrine, with United States. I mean, this is not just the Dundro Doctrine. The United States, over the past couple of decades, has tried to get other countries to take more of their security responsibility seriously in their own region, so that their responsibility is not resting upon United States military shoulders only, and the United States military is not the only one globally providing security. United States interest is to, in the short term, try to figure out a way to encourage other countries in every region to be responsible for the stability in their own region, so it could focus more on China and also its own hemisphere. So this would be completely in line with U.S. interests for Iran to turn into a strong country that would be a source of stability in the Middle East, so the United States could spend less of its resources in the Middle East, especially if it becomes a country with a state that is also an ally of Israel. It would be the biggest win, one of the biggest wins for United States agenda, especially in for the upcoming Cold War with the CCP. United States doesn't want to be tied. Would love to get a lot of its military resources freed up from the Middle East and focus on China. It would be very much in their interest. It's completely in line with what would be the best benefit of the United States. A strong pro-American state in Iran, a pro-Israeli that is also an ally and working with Israel. That would be a dream come true for the United States.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Hamid.
And thank you, Hamid, for the super chat.
Okay. Oh, and BT is saying, new viral trend, bicep flex Iran. Men, get those muscles out. Yeah.
BT made Ali uncomfortable. Look at him.
Am I just a piece of meat to you, BT? What's going on? Maybe in the group discussion.
Oh, wait.
No, I'm kidding.
Nervous laughter. Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, let's get that disgusting comment out of here.
Oh.
All right, so Nufti's come out with a statement, and Nufti's basically saying that I think it's like 4 pages long, and I know you guys can't read this, but I'm just gonna read real quick. Oh, they actually highlighted the most important parts. Okay, this is the greatest moment of weakness in the Islamic Republic's history. A pause must not be allowed to become a recovery. No agreement that provides the Islamic Republic with a lifeline, financial or otherwise, can be truly beneficial for the United States and the rest of the free world. Yeah, every dollar that reaches Tehran is a dollar that goes to the proxies, the weapons programs, the security apparatus that suppresses the people. And they want, this is what they want: continue the sanctions, release all the political prisoners, have the regime officials be put on trial for murder, torture, imprisonment, and terrorism, and then start supporting the Iranian people. Want maximum support. Want the United States to fully support them by providing them access to internet no matter what, support the Iranian people's civil society, and give them a better voice. And they end it by saying the world will fail to benefit from any deal that does not include these measures.
So
that they just
you
said.
know what I love about this, Ali, is that this is exactly the criticism that many of the people have right now, but it's polite and it's respectful. Okay, so if all the people who have these criticisms for President Trump, if you really want to get your voice out there, just go retweet that, repost that. Okay, because that is the way. Because I think if that is all the people who are right now frustrated with what's happening, that really captures their voice in a very professional and polite manner, right? So if you're frustrated with what's happening, instead of like attacking and insulting President Trump, just go amplify what you just saw Nufti posted. That is the most that is the best way to get that message out.
Yeah, that's NUFDI on any social platform, or you just type it into Google. So, and then lastly, as has been seen time and time again, denied victory on the battlefield, the regime will direct its fury at unarmed Iranians. They will increase arrests, executions, and blood in the streets. The world must not ignore this cost. Any relief that strengthens the regime's grip on power is paid for first by the Iranian people. The Islamic Republic is weaker today than any point in history. No matter what lies ahead, whether an agreement is reached or not reached, the Iranian people and the free nations supporting them must be prepared for Iran's next chapter. This is the very professional opinion of what should be happening.
So I think
And
that
I completely
reflects
agree.
the views of many people here who are frustrated. Try to match that tone, because that's Princess Pahlavi's team. If you're expressing your frustration, try to match that tone.
Yeah, that's really good. I wonder who was the direct author of that. It doesn't say. Okay. Is there? No, they just have it in. Oh. Wait, there's more. Wait, it's saying to the Iranian diaspora, there is a role for every one of us in the work ahead. This is the moment to advocate, to organize, and to make the case for a free Iran to everyone who will listen. The regime is counting on two things. One, that it can divide us against each other because it can trick Washington into making a mistake, which is a pause. We must deny it both. Stand together, stay engaged, and keep the truth in front of the American people and their representatives, just like we were doing back in February. Do the same thing. Okay. I like that they added that at the very end.
So guys, our the team, this is Princess Pahlavi's team. So our orders are stay united. So whatever that message was not for us, that message was for the American. This part is for us Iranians, right? So Iranians in the chat, the message to us is that we need to stay united.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. Thanks, Sato, for pointing that out.
Thank you, Sadato. Thank you, Sadato. That's a good find. Oh, we got another super sticker.
Yeah, with a quick little super sticker, I think, from RG Rapoport.
Rapoport.
Interesting name. Thank you. Quick question. Someone was asking here, Armin and Ali, if the Iranian people had the chance to be armed, do you think something like what happened in Ukraine could happen with the diaspora joining? Do you think it would work? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and actually, it's interesting that you mentioned Ukraine, because I think that the Ukrainians would be an important part of the equation of arming the Iranian people.
They're going to train us.
Because when I think about arming the Iranian people, most people, when they hear arming, they think of guns, but I think of drones, right? And when I think of drones, I think Ukraine. When I think of efficient, cheap drones that do the job, I think Ukrainians. And I also think about the fact that Ukrainians trained and armed the Syrian opposition to Assad very effectively, which was really effective in actually helping the fall of Assad. And I think we could replicate that. We could replicate what the Ukrainians did in Syria inside Iran. Yeah, but to answer your question, yes.
All right. So,
There's this pro-regime Iranian in the chat. Type him in Persian, and he's so
I remember that
he's
guy.
so angry. He's so angry, and I just read his comments, and it's so funny. Don't give me laugh. I'm enjoying
Yeah.
his frustration. Okay,
I remember that guy.
guys, you see the Parson guy, the guy writing in Persian, he's pro-regime, and his comments are just so funny. I just love. It's so entertaining. Okay, all right,
Okay.
and yeah, guys, Slava Ukraine. Ooh, there, mentioning Ukraine. Can't mention Ukraine without bringing out the Ukrainian flag.
Okay, so criticism, don't just hate, criticize constructively. You guys just got a perfect, like anytime you would like to respond to someone on social media and you're angry, keep in mind Nifty's post that they just did. They put it perfectly. Remember, the IRGC wants you to be divided. It's not playing to their hands.
Perfectly said. All right. So, do you have any more updates? Are we good? I think we're good, right?
Yeah, that's about it, except for this one quick picture. If you guys want to see this, this is what the stock market looks like in Tehran right now after the announcement of the deal was made. And this is what the stock market in Israel looks like after the announcement of the MOU was made.
Interesting.
And US stock market is all green as well. So
US stock market is just going up. Like, you're like, what? US stock market is like, is there war? What? Oil prices? What are you talking about?
yeah.
I don't know what the US stock market is just like, I only know one way. It's, and that's up to the moon.
To the moon, literally.
But guys, remember, Israel, that doesn't bring that back up. This is not, Ali, this is not a good representative of what's happening, okay? Because these are the stock markets of these two, countries in one day, a snapshot in one day. What you need to look at is year over year. A day change, it doesn't tell you fucking anything about what's happening. Look at the stock market in Israel year over year, and look at the stock market in Iran year over year, and then get back to me.
Yeah. So, quick recap. Hezbollah is being hammered by airstrikes and artillery. The IDF has scaled down their activity slightly. Benjamin Netanyahu has come out with a speech today and is basically saying that he has dedicated his life to stopping the Islamic Republic from having a nuclear weapon. He will continue to do so, and he will also fight against all of the threats in the region, and he will also make new allies in the region. So it looks like the Abraham Accords are probably going to get pushed up to the priority list. And he's still under heavy fire. Netanyahu's still under heavy fire. The Strait of Hormuz is still hearing explosions, so it looks like these oil tankers are not going to be flowing just yet. The Islamic Republic will not be given money until they complete their end of the deal first, as confirmed by JD Vance, who's the proponent of this deal. And because Hezbollah is still getting hammered, look, the IRGC might respond to Israel, which would, cause Israel to respond to the Islamic Republic. Yeah. And and most importantly, Friday is supposed to be the signing. We will get the terms most likely before, as the Trump administration has said today. But if not, we'll get them on Friday after they signed. I am dying to know. In fact, I almost want to go live as soon as they release that. So, yeah.
Right. So, wait, hold on. So, stock market in Israel looks good year over year, I think. If I'm seeing what I'm seeing is correct. Yeah, let me see. Not this
Oh yeah,
one.
and the anti-regime Iranians, so pro like us, are outside of the FIFA World Cup stadium where the Islamic Republic's team is going to play New Zealand today. That game is going to start in an hour and a half. I'm going to watch it.
Oh, really? I
Yeah,
haven't
I'm gonna
watched
watch it.
sports for the longest time ever.
I want to watch it because I want New Zealand to win. I hope New Zealand wins. I love that pro-regime guy in the chat is only typing in Farsi because no one is understanding what he's saying.
Okay, so I have the number. Israel 2025 year over year is plus 30%. Holy crap. 2026 year over year, first half 2026, plus 45%. Oh my God. Israel's stock market is doing amazing.
Wow.
What the hell?
So that's why the shekel has been strengthening.
Holy crap, man. Israel's stock market is on fire. So that's it. That 1 day snapshot doesn't tell you anything.
Yeah. Roman Viking, that's not unpatriotic. If it was unpatriotic, I would be rooting for I'm not rooting against my team. They're not my team.
They're the Islamic Republic's team. Guys,
team.
I think he's joking. He's joking.
No, I know. Yeah. I want to show you guys this in case you didn't see this video. So first of all, a lot of them some of them weren't even allowed to play because they weren't going to suck up to the Islamic regime. The ones who did all suck up to the Islamic Republic. And everyone in Iran hates them, by the way. I'm trying to get that video of them kissing the Quran one by one as they were leaving from Mexico to come to the US to play. They're also pedophiles. One of them was caught trying to get with a 14-year-old girl in Turkey before they left to Mexico. So, yeah.
Okay.
All
so
right.
we should end it, guys. Okay, guys, make sure you subscribe. Apparently, Ali is telling us that the people who are watching, only 40% of them are subscribed. Is that true?
60% are subscribed, 40% aren't.
60%. What, guys? If you're here, subscribe. What the hell? Thank you.
Please subscribe.
Yes.
And
Hamid. Hamid, give us a super chat. By the way, Hamid, you disagree with us and you continue to support us. That is, I appreciate that, because Hamid is always here. He disagrees with our take over President Trump in the United States, but he never quits on us. So does, InServer and Fine Stars. They completely disagree with our takes, but they stick around. So I hope that means that we're still friends. If you're sticking around, I hope that means that we're still friends, right? So I appreciate you guys being here, even though you passionately disagree with us.
Yeah. And I know you guys' names. Yes. Hamid, InServer, Feinstrass, Pan-Iranian Empire.
Yeah. And where you live. No, I'm just kidding.
Ooh, I should start finding those things out.
Kidding.
Yeah, BT made a funny comment saying 14 is old for them. Give them credit. Yeah.
Ooh.
It's true.
Okay. But we didn't read Hamid's full post. God bless Israel, best friend for Iran forever. I'm Israel Chai.
I'm Israel Chai.
Yes.
And then Sarah with another kind super chat saying, Armin, you are such a pure soul. I hope all your dreams come true. Ali, you know you're the man. Love you both. Iranians will be free soon. I know it. Yes, we will.
Oh, thank you. Thank you,
Sarah.
I appreciate it. Well,
Always
if
makes me
Iran
feel better.
becomes soon, then my dreams have come true.
True.
Mm.
True. Then you get to cover and talk about everything that's going to happen politically with Iran being free.
You know what
Think
I
about
like,
it.
Ali? Think about us doing our live stream and talking about like the writing of our constitution. You know, we go over the political nerdy stuff, like, oh my god, guys, this person don't vote for that guy. He wants to put that in the constitution. Vote for this guy. Like I would like it to go over like line by line over like you guys gonna see you know how Americans, you have your founding fathers, okay, and them writing the constitution. Imagine if you were able to be part of that process and analyze it every single day live with everyone else.
With your favorite streamer.
Oh yeah. That would be amazing.
And we get to witness all of the political parties forming their births.
Yeah.
And we'll know who's a POS and who's not straight from the beginning.
I suspect a lot of drama, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
That party, they're secretly commies, guys. Look at this guy's history. Oh my god, they're commies. Don't vote for them.
But also, the biggest, you just have to say one thing to discredit your opponent. All you have to say is, they were linked to the IRGC. They have links to the Islamic Republic.
Oh,
that's all you have to say. And people are going to throw that around.
Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. Let's go.
All right.
Hopefully soon. Guys, so Ali and I are going to go. We're going to be with you again same time tomorrow. So make sure you subscribe and hit the bell notification so when we do go live, you see that we are live. And yeah, until the next show, I'm Israel Chai, Slava Ukrainian, Cuba Libre, Long live America, Javisha, Payande, Iran. See you guys same time tomorrow.